This isn't just about basketball. This is war. Napheesa Collier and the Minnesota Lynx have gone all in, declaring open battle on Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and the entire WNBA leadership. The spark, a playoff injury. The fuel, a broken relationship between the players and the league. And the bomb waiting to explode, the next CBA. Game 3 of the 2025 semifinals, Napheesa Collier rolls her ankle. Minnesota's franchise player, their heartbeat goes down. And while fans fear for her season, the league's response made things worse. Head coach Cheryl Reeve went to war with the officials over player safety. But get this, she wasn't the first one in these playoffs games. The first head coach to call out the league's official was Indiana's head coach Stephanie White in a playoff game against the Atlanta Dream, which she received a technical foul. She was also held back by her coaching staff and players. But for Cheryl Reeve, the league had had enough and struck back, suspended. Game 4, a crucial must-win game for the Minnesota Lynx, a semifinals without its head coach, without its star, and without answers from the WNBA office. For Minnesota, it wasn't just bad luck, it was betrayal. Adding to Minnesota still dealing with last year's betrayal when everyone in Minnesota, the team, the coaches, and the fans felt like the league stole their championship. This is where things got wicked. In her exit interview, Collier snapped. No more polite frustration. No more quiet side comment. She pointed the finger straight at Kathy and by extension, the entire league.
So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. Sorry, I had to walk here in my boot. I'm kind of out of breath. The league has a buzzword that they've rolled out as talking points for the CBA as to why they can't pay the players what we're worth. That word is sustainability. But what's truly unsustainable is keeping a good product on the floor while allowing officials to lose control of games. Fans see it every night. Coaches, both winning and losing, point it out every night in pregame and postgame media. Yet leadership just issues fines and looks the other way. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. Last February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. Those moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results than this game we play. But do you know who I haven't heard from? Kathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the only outreach has come from her number 2 telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. That is infuriating. And it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take. I've finally grown tired. For too long, I have tried to have these conversations in private, but it's clear there is no intention of accepting there's a problem. The league has made it clear it isn't about innovation, it isn't about collaboration, it's about control and power. I've earned this platform and I've paid the price to get here, and now I have a responsibility to speak on behalf of the fans and everyone in this league that deserves better. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine, it's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Thank you.
So now we have a showdown, a superstar calling out leadership, a fan base ready to back her, a coach punished for speaking truth to power, and looming over all of it, a CBA that could either fix the WNBA or fracture it beyond repair. And if the WNBA doesn't act, Napheesa Collier's war could become a revolution. So here's the question. Do you believe this war will force real change in the WNBA? Or is the league headed for the ugliest labor fight in its history?
5 minutes before you walked in here, the WNBA sent another press release announcing more money, more TV rights deals that they just secured. Do you think it's a little premature to announce all the money they're making when they haven't come to a deal with the people that play the game on the floor on their behalf?
I mean, it's something that they continue to do. And, but in the same breath, they cry that they don't have enough money to pay the players, that they don't have the sustainability to pay the players when they're selling teams for $300 million, when valuations are going up to almost $500 million. Like, it doesn't make sense to us. It's why we're fighting so hard in our CBA and what we're going to continue to fight for.
At what point between, the end of the season and today did you decide that, that was how you wanted to open this and, you wanted to prepare something like that?
I think, obviously, this is something that we've been talking about for a really long time, but I think just seeing, the response as well, just hearing over and over and over again, we have the best refs in the world, we don't have a problem, none of the injuries are due to physicality in the way that we're reffing. It's an insult to my intelligence, honestly. I've played this game for my entire life, and you think that I don't know what it looks like, when it's played the way it's supposed to be played. And whether the league believes it has a problem or not, just even acknowledging it to the players would be a step in the right direction. There is clearly a problem. People across the board, coaches, players, winning, losing, fans, everyone can see that there's a problem. Accepting that is the first stage. In any support group you go to, acceptance is the first stage.
Drop your thoughts below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more WNBA Deep Dive, because this is only the beginning and we will be here to report it.